YouTube. Okay. Well, you know what? Let's see how the channel's doing these days. Oh, not bad. Oh. Well. Oh, hey. Year 1. The best of Wine of the Nation's Rage. Ah, gee. That was a fun video to make. I had a blast. What? That video took like 2 weeks to make, and nobody even watched it. It has some views. And plus, we all know that's not why I make these videos. It's not for popularity's sake. It's for the sake of the memory. You know that. I know that. Everybody knows that. But all you did is put all these so-called clips from the same old boring videos on the channel together and call it the best of Wine of the Nation's Rage. Who wants to watch the same old garbage twice anyway? Hey, my memories are not garbage. Thank you very much. You know what? You just like to waste people's time. Shows how much you know. Shut up. No, you shut up. No, you. No, you shut up.
Excuse me! But are we gonna do this, or what?
Wine of the Nation's Rage. Wine of the Nation's Rage. Wine of the Nation's Rage. Hi everyone. Jared here with Wine of the Nation's Rage.
Wine of the Nation's Rage.
So, you know, it is what it is. But yeah. So, what do you think, guys? Another thing I'll say is that looking back over this past year, I feel like I've learned things. I know I've had a lot of fun. You know, enough to the point that I'm ready to do it all over again in the year to come. And I will say that I truly do feel that the best is yet to come.
So
Wait a minute. So this is clearly from my original Best of Why the Nations Rage video. And I made a statement here that was pretty bold. And what I said was, I truly believe that the best is yet to come. So, how can we actually prove that statement is or is not true? I think the only way that we can actually figure it out and decide and make the judgment, which, you know, my judgment might be different from your judgment, but if you saw the best of year one, Why Did the Nations Rage, and you watched this video, then maybe you can come to that conclusion and you can decide. And basically what I meant when I made that statement was that I was determined to get better and better and increase my productivity and my ability to make good videos. And that was 2.5 years ago, so I have quite a bit of catching up to do here. So what I'm going to do in this video is just show you clips from some of my favorite videos and some of the best clips on my channel, in my opinion. Also, my channel has changed a little bit over these past few years, and the reason why is because I started Faith for Freight, which is my second YouTube channel, and it's all about truck driving. But Why Do the Nations Rage is my first channel, and I have drifted away from it quite a bit over the past couple of years. And what I'm attempting to do here is kind of come back, bring myself back to a certain extent, tell my story, and lay out a timeline of the past few years and what's been going on in my life. So hopefully this all makes sense, and hopefully you enjoy this video. I'm going to do it kind of similar to the way I did the year one video and segment it out. So thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoy. Welcome.
Oh, junk, dude. If you want to, I hate bridges like that. I do not trust that bridge, man. Snap, dude. I really don't want to go across this bridge.
You see how thick that cable is?
Yeah.
That'll hold up a tractor trailer truck, and there's 4 of them.
The touch, the feel of cotton, the fabric of our life.
think those are man-made markings. It's just part of the cave itself. And several people go up there and take a look at it.
Behind the hedge. Any of you ladies go back behind the hedge and check out David? Oh boy, complaints. They needed to have that man in his birthday suit covered immediately, and they covered him up. They built the hedge that he's around him now, so they don't have to see him from the street. And then they found that if they wiped him with Windex every day, Windex would keep him from streaking. It's going to be a real long afternoon for some of us on here today.
It was 1/4 of its original size when excavations began in 1934. The northern portion of the mound has been cut away by the 1843 railroad construction. During the excavation, they found that the Lesser Temple Mound was built in 4 phases. Several earth lodges and homes were found between the Greater Temple Mound and the Lesser Temple Mound.
Enter your stop number now, or call us back when you're ready.
I'll call you back, Shotty. Man, this is rough.
It's a viewpoint. It is rough. Alright, I'm getting out of here. I get stung enough. As it is, it works. That's why.
They're out for revenge. I saw a dead one too, so that's probably why they're mad. We were nearly mauled by a gang of wasps up there. We're just getting bombarded by
hold your hand flat. Hold your hand
hungry animals.
Okay.
Whoa! Christina! That was intense!
So we like booked a hotel, and I go in there, and there was a, what was it, a special? There was a walk-in special. I asked him, we already knew how much it was, and I asked him, is the walk-in special still available? And the guy looks at me all crazy, and he's like, yeah, but it's $89.99.
Sorry folks, Wally World's closed.
And because the traffic was so bad, we had to walk everywhere in Pigeon Forge, and this guy ran up behind, like we walked past him, and then like we were walking one way and then he was walking the other way, and then he turned around when we didn't see him.
He's like power walking up to us, and I turned around and like mean mugged him because I didn't know what he was doing. He was like, oh no, it's not what it looks like, I swear to God. He's like, no, I swear, it's, I'm just trying to catch the trolley. It's a trolley. He sounded like he was from New York. He's like, I swear to God, I'm catching a trolley. It's a trolley, I swear. It's not I know it looks bad, but I swear.
Please don't shoot.
Yeah. And then there really was a trolley. I was like, wow, it really was a trolley.
Baby, I love you. Love you. Freaking out here. Oh my God.
Trespassers will be persecuted without exception. Prosecuted. Sorry. Persecuted. Well, if it's without exception, you can call it that. No trespassing.
You saw bears
still in Paris? Really? I've lived here for 12 years and I've only seen like one bear.
You ought to come to Georgia.
Would I hit anybody? Would I hit anybody?
Would I hit anybody?
Ooh.
One day we were walking, like...
We were driving in your car.
Were we?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we were driving.
We came to a three-way stop.
And there was a hawk on the side of the road, and it was like injured. And so we got out and like was chilling with it, and I took some pictures of it. And it turned out had a broken wing. And this Indian that worked for like the wildlife reservation wildlife preservation. Sorry, reservation. That's funny. No, that's terrible. But anyway, yeah. And he was all asking us what happened and stuff. And we were like, no, we don't know. We just found him like that. And he was like, well, I'm glad y'all were out here because I wouldn't have even seen it. But he was like, do you boys know why they call it a red-tailed hawk? And it was hilarious. I don't know. It was just really funny.
And but see, the thing is, when he asked us that, we thought he was going to say give some elaborate reason as to why they called it a red-tailed hawk.
Yes, we're like, no, tell us why. And he's like, because the tail feathers are red. It's like, oh, I would have never guessed that. Okay. Yeah.
So we've always we had to like hold it in, like we because we didn't want to offend him or anything. He's like a Native American.
He was a really cool guy,
and he was really cool and he was friendly to us, so we didn't want to offend him. But man, we about lost it when he said that.
The year was 1540. The man was the flamboyant conquistador Coronado. He had amassed a huge entourage of 200 horsemen of nobility, 70 foot soldiers, 1,000 Mexica Indian, were to herd his cattle, sheep, goats, and horses up to New Mexico. He was in search of the 7 cities of gold from Spanish legend. He was told the streets of New Mexico were paved with gold, but when he arrived there, all he found were Zuni pueblos. They had no gold, so he just stole everything else and went east into the Midwest. He got far as what we know as present eastern Kansas today before he was stopped by the buffalo. He could look from horizon to horizon and see nothing but buffalo. So he tried to penetrate the herd, but his horse was spooked, and he was thrown and injured. Returned to Mexico broken and disheartened, but he left his garbage behind, and his garbage happened to be something more precious than gold. The horse. Now the Plains Indians had the horse. They could hunt farther, kill more buffalo, build more lodges, and they grew stronger as nations. horse represents freedom and power. So ride with me now. Feel the wind in your face and the power beneath you, because this is the medicine of the horse, the holy dog. Partial, he'll walk hard.
You see me just pick his head up, man. We're gonna get kicked out of here. So there it is, Andrew. The infamous buzzard that I thought was an eagle. There he is. Sorry I called you an eagle, man. When barred owls call, it sounds like they are saying, "Who cooks for you? Who cooks for you all?" Who cooks for you, Mr. Owl? Do you cook for yourself? He cooks for himself. But he's wondering who cooks for us. He's asking us who cooks for us. My wife usually cooks for me. It's very delicious. I mean, that's not saying that I don't ever cook. I do cook every now and then, but I can't cook as good as she does.
This is actually where we get the water tested for purity every year. 98.6% pure is the lowest they've ever had this tested.
Try it? Check. It's good. It's better than the water you buy from the store. It really is.
Anything you'll let them do?
But I want you guys to check this place out. I'll start out, I'm gonna give you the grand tour. I'll start out in our bedroom, mine and Christina's bedroom. First of all, I wanna say that this place is nicer than the one we stayed at the beach. Check this out. Boom, king size bed. Boom, HD TV. Check this out. Boom, bathroom, big bathroom. Heart-shaped jacuzzi. Walk-in shower. Alright, the closet space is about the same, but so what? Alright, this is just our room. Check this out. The living room. Yes, the living room. Another HD TV. Dining area. It's a whole room in this place. Kitchen. Kitchen is about the same size as it was at the other one. Alright. But Jonah had to sleep on the couch in that other place. In this place, we got our own laundry. In this place, he gets his own bathroom. This is your bathroom, baby. And he gets his own bedroom with 2 beds. 2 beds for him. And his own little closet here. This is one of those places you stay at for about a week or two. This thing is a lot of fun on the pavement. I'm sure it's even more fun on dirt. I see you.
What are you gonna do with it?
jumped the whole thing. Did you see that? Some of the prettiest land in Newton County. I tell you what. You don't look very jolly, Mr. Snowman. Is it the rain? Is it the inclement weather we're having? Where's your Christmas jolliness at? There it is, a little bit. There you go. There you. Oh.
Hey, come here. You want to push number 1? Yeah. Look, push number 1. Push the button. Good job. Way to go. High five. You did good. Where's the beach? Oh no, stop. I'm sorry. Donna, come here. Jonah Keenan. Alright, I gotta go. I love you.
Jonah's gonna throw dirt on the people that are taking a nap over there.
Bye. Jonah, stop throwing sand.
This is exhausting.
What are you insinuating? Huh? No, but I'm breathing through my mouth too because I'm like, it's killing me. Are you serious?
Just for that
You're
second.
so mean.
Just for that second.
Golly.
I just made it laugh.
No wonder I'm so tired.
No, I thought it was just for a second. Don't flatter yourself.
Look at her acting like she's pedaling. She ain't pedaling, I'm doing all the pedaling.
Oh, Mr. Postman, Mr. Postman, look and see. Hey, 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 hey.
Not bad, huh?
Excellent. Don't drop your tripod down that little hole.
Don't drop it down the hole, Jared.
No, today, fools. This way. Stay out of the marsh. Stay out of the marsh. Oh, no.
Nice church. Is that a wind vane? Or is it just for decoration? Check out the stained glass. It's like Jesus praying in Gethsemane stained glass. That's cool, man. I like that church. We're not sure what town we're in. That's why I decided to go ahead and stop. So we could literally sit here and be Forrest Gump if we wanted to be. Those look like comfortable shoes.
Yeah.
I bet you can walk all day in shoes like that and not feel a thing.
Probably so.
I've worn lots of shoes. If I think about it, I could probably remember my first pair of shoes. Mama said they'd take me anywhere. All right, let's go look at the graveyard. All right, now we're gonna check out this walnut. I checked one of these last week. That was the one that I told you tasted like banana nut bread. This thing just does not want to break. It's a nut!
I just want to taste the walnut.
Well, guys, I don't know. I don't know what else to do. I guess I could run it over with the car. Yeah, they got this place under tight scrutiny. And I am being watched. Just by standing out here. Whoa, look at this. It's awesome. That's like a, kind of like a crane or something. You see the hook?
This is cool.
Look at that freaking wrench, dude.
That's not really a wrench, is it?
Yeah, it is.
How are you supposed to use that?
Probably to loosen those wheels right there.
It probably took a team of people to do that.
It did. They probably did that by hand, man.
You're kidding me.
3 or 4 men.
Just took that wrench to it? You gotta be kidding me. That's insane.
That is alright.
The first day they asked me to do that, I was
Okay.
like, man.
If this is not a wrench, leave a comment. But if you think it's a wrench, leave a comment. And we'll figure out if it's not a wrench, what is it? Because it looks like a wrench to me.
This is kind of what I imagine how it would look like.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they make you work. they make you do all the work. Yeah. And it never ends. You don't get breaks. You don't get to go home. You work for eternity.
That's scary.
On the hell machine.
No more food for you, Jordan. Crumpled up chips in the bottom of the bag. He's like, shoot, just let me use the bag.
Yeah, it's pouring down rain. You can't even really see. Well, actually, these freaking retards don't even have their lights on. All right, you guys, here I go. Here I go. You ready? That's one of those fall back on things. And this time I can do it because it is my bed. Well, it's my bed for 2 days. Very comfy bed, if I do say so myself.
I think that door just sighed. He's in his natural habitat, looking for domesticated eagles.
That's probably the biggest locust I've ever seen, actually. My camera will focus. Focus on the locust. And I call this the lion's den. Listen to this. That had to have been at least 20 feet, 25 feet. Maybe even further than that. I don't know. Oh, one more thing I wanted to show you about this bathroom. It's kind of cool, but kind of creepy too. Check this out. It's like a portal to another dimension or something. It's really creepy. It's kind of cool though. Kind of reminds me of like a tunnel on a roller coaster. Maybe like Space Mountain or something at Disney World. It's just because of the mirrors reflecting each other over and over and over again. Always thought that was cool. Stuff like that was cool when I was a kid. I was always fascinated with stuff like that. It looks really cool. It's just an optical illusion. Looks like you could just walk right on through there though. It's funny. Alright, enough of that. Appreciate it.
See that?
He's got the professional camera. Huh?
Awesome. Thanks.
Please don't drop me, please don't drop me, please don't drop me, rope. Please don't drop me, please don't drop me, please don't drop me. Cable, please, 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 please. I don't want to pass away today. Please, 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 please. It will be so painful. So please don't make me fall off. Guys, I'm freaked out. I'm super freaked out. And we're not even over yet. Look.
He's gonna be okay.
Yep, they are, dude. Because I could see them.
What?
They totally are, man.
Let me see.
I swear they are, dude. I'll show you when we're watching this. I'll show you.
Oh, yeah.
He just hit it, he exhaled, and he passed it. I swear, and he's hitting it now. You're probably not going to be able to see it unless you're looking through the viewfinder. I promise you they're smoking pot, dude. Wow. Those are almost all the way up, dude. Those are almost all the way up. I wonder what they do when it rains a lot.
Yeah.
I'd like to see. I'd like to see that.
They're probably have to close this place down when it rains a whole bunch.
That must be quite a sight. I think I might like to see that. You ever have those moments where you discover an awesome place and it's nowhere near your house or where you live, and you tell yourself, I'm coming back here for sure. Got to remember where this place is. And sure enough, it's here. Exactly the way I left it. It's not like it's a hidden place or it's unknown, but still, I mean, it's pretty cool.
Ninja.
I just don't think that I'll ever truly understand the conditions that it takes to make a perfect fall, for perfect fall color. It seems like here in Georgia, unless the conditions are perfect, and like I said, I don't know what those conditions are exactly. I tried to do research on it. I don't think I'll ever truly understand it. I don't think anybody will ever truly understand it, but it takes these perfect conditions to get the best results from fall, or for a perfect fall, I should say. And you know, if we don't have those perfect conditions, then we usually get a rustic looking fall, which is still nice, but it's not quite as spectacular as an extremely colorful fall. It doesn't compare, because those record falls are the ones that really stand out in your memory. And those record color falls are the ones that have you daydreaming about fall during the hottest days of summer, I will say. It is the tallest building in Atlanta. I think that's just a nickname though. It's actually, I think it's Bank of America that owns it.
It was done with Gothic style architecture, so
Yes.
they do call it that. The guy that that taught me everything about electricity, that was my teacher when I was doing electrical work, his name was Lex. He said he did some lights in the Gothic building. And I thought that was pretty cool.
I did a little bit of electrician work in that building right there, where I got electrocuted. I talk about it in my Chattanooga video. And when I say that's Matt's thing, not mine, it's not Matt's thing anymore either. He does something different now. Thank God. That's the Westin Plaza right there. It's a hotel. The top of that building right there, of the Westin Plaza, is actually a restaurant, and it rotates.
Yeah.
I am standing in a hotel room at the Westin Plaza, better known as Peachtree Plaza, and I am celebrating my 4th wedding anniversary tonight with my beautiful wife. This is our room at Peachtree Plaza. Very comfortable, and here's the best part, you guys. Check this out. Boom. We are on the 36th floor, and the sun is kind of obstructing the view, but it's very awesome view. First time I've ever stayed here. And if you look out, you can see Atlanta, or at least the west side of downtown Atlanta. And yeah, so just wanted to show you guys our awesome hotel room and our awesome view that we get for tonight. Look how far up we are. Look at that tiny truck down there. 36 floors. It's a long way. And my reflection keeps getting in the way, but yeah. Pretty awesome.
gosh, I feel light as a feather.
I'm so funny. Oh, friend of mine. Surge!
Nanya, for boo-boos.
Not at 2 years. That one. I'm not doing this.
Ay.
No.
Get down.
Get ready.
On your mark. Get set. Candy cane. Go. Go. Let's wait. Straighter. Oh. 4-1-0. Kevin, he's like,
How many did you get?
Oh, sudden death. Okay. Yeah, I don't want it to get ugly. Okay. All right, on your mark. Get set. Go.
Kevin, go.
Here, come on, put it Charlie, baby.
Kevin,
Here, get another one. Yeah.
Kevin, go.
Go, Jared.
Those flowers, Jonah. You gonna pick some flowers for mommy? You gonna pick some flowers for mommy? Give it to mommy.
What's that? What's that?
Elmo King.
Yeah.
His color is
Oh.
I got another Lego and it's Star Wars!
Star Wars.
Star Wars!
Do a layup, or whatever it's called.
It's Peppy.
It's Puppy.
It's Peppy Junior. He's Baby Junior.
I don't know what this is. It's where women mainly go to the store.
Ah, Randall, you're cheating now.
The bakery? Alright. I'm a place inside of a clothing store. Am I the clothes aisle? Am I the front door, for goodness sakes? Am I the bathroom?
No! What do you do when you go to the clothing store?
You buy stuff. Or if you're a woman, you look around and pretend to buy stuff.
You think that's what we do?
That's it.
What do women do before they buy the clothes?
Complain?
And what do men refuse?
What do they do before they complain? Why are they complaining? Because it what?
Because it sucks?
Because it don't what? Why does it suck?
I got too much junk in my trunk.
Because they're too big?
How do they know that?
They go to where they go to where Christina has too much.
What? What?
And they think about what Randall has while they're at the place that Christina has. And then they go to the place I have.
What?
You're about to get the white slapped off.
You might have a card. Oh, I know. Figure it out.
give you another update on my family, specifically my wife. She is about to graduate from the nursing program. She's about to get her LPN, and she will be going to work as a nurse. And I just want to say that I'm very proud of her. My wife has worked her tail off this past year, not only with this nursing program, which is very challenging, very difficult, even for people that, you know, are exceeding in the academic area, would it be challenging. But the fact that she has juggled school and, you know, her life at home, taking care of a 2-year-old, taking care of me when I've had surgeries, and, you know, I know that's not easy to deal with. It proves to me that she's faithful, she's determined, she doesn't give up easily. She's very strong-willed, you know, she's a very strong person, and I'm very proud of her for what she's done this past year. She's just almost worked herself into the ground, and, you know, I'm thankful and blessed to have her as a wife. You know, she's taught me several things about life and about integrity and strength and not giving up. So a lot of this process of me healing has been motivated, a lot of the motivation has come from her, and just seeing how she deals with life and the challenges of life. So I just want to tell her, I want to tell you, Christina, that I'm very proud of you and I love you, and I'm honored to be your husband, and I'm very thankful to have you in my life, to have you as a wife. So enough of the mushy, tear-jerking stuff.
Put him over here in front of
So
the
they
table.
finally just came out and admitted it, that adults have been coloring this whole time, so they should have their own adult
very relaxing.
coloring book.
It's a stress buster.
I know.
Careful.
So are those fidget spinners. We were just talking about the other night, what if Donald Trump had his own fidget spinner? Because he's always so tense. Wouldn't that be funny though? Andrew, did you hear that? If Trump had his own fidget spinner and it had the presidential seal on it.
Do people have fun here?
Sometimes.
Yeah, your head.
What? Giving clues.
Am I used for recreational activities?
Yes.
Am I used to play a game?
Yes.
Do you play within the house?
Yes.
What in the world? You don't throw stuff in the house? Am I a beanie baby? Am I a squishy thing?
Hopefully not. Hopefully not.
If it's for babies
Stop talking. You're not even
or cab drivers.
Hey!
That's enough!
Am I a bobblehead?
No. What?
Why would you throw a bobblehead in a game?
Because he said tag.
What game do you play where you throw a bobblehead?
The license plate said fresh.
And there were dice.
Yes.
I was a 90s kid. You know, the sort of Nickelodeon genre, Pogs, big jeans kind of kid. I grew up during those fads. And, you know, we can't really bring a lot of that stuff back. It wouldn't really make a whole lot of sense to bring a lot of that stuff back. There is one thing, like I said, that has made a comeback that I'm excited to show you. Ladies and gentlemen, I want you to meet an old friend of mine, Surge! As soon as the 90s were over, it seemed like Surge was over. So they would drink this drink. They would be bouncing off the walls in a matter of 5 to 10 minutes. And the mother of the child would freak out. my goodness! What's in this stuff? So they go to look at the nutritional information on the can. I don't know how good you guys can see it, but yes, there it is. So as soon as the mother would have seen something like that, they would be freaking out. And I could just see enough mothers getting together. We're going to write a petition to the Coca-Cola company. We're going to get this drink taken off the market. And sure enough, in early 2000, Surge was taken off the market. It was a sad day for the fans of this drink.
Am I a place? No. Am I pink? Yes. Do you wear me? Yeah. No.
Yes.
No. Am I expensive?
Sometimes.
So you can wear me, but nobody can see it.
Hopefully not.
Well,
Only one special person.
there is a time where people can see it.
Your birthday suit? Are you wearing one right now? Are you? Are you?
No!
Do they sell me at a drugstore? No.
No. Maybe if you're in Vegas.
Condoms?
No.
Okay, do people play with me? Not really.
On a stick?
On a stick? Oh, I know what it is!
What the thanks, Karen?
Okay. Where is Santa?
Look up in the sky. Let's see if we can see him.
Are you up there, Santa?
We all have to be asleep.
Good job.
Santa Claus, come on!
Alright, Logan, your turn. Alright, Daddy, help Jonah. Let him run and you just flip him. Alright, Jonah, now let's do your flip on your own. Jonah can do a flip. Woo! Alright.
Please. Oh, please. Oh, please. A. B. B.
C. D. E. F. G. H. I. J. K. L. M. N. O. P. Q. R. S. T. U. V. W. X. Y. Z. Jonah, you want to make a fort? Stuck in your head. You got ammo stuck in your head.
You're not supposed to be here. I'm not playing yet.
What do you think? What do you think? Check out this cinnamon roll loading guy.
It's the hugest cinnamon roll ever. Ever.
That's what I got. Those are really good. you yet, but Christina also got some new wheels that we're riding in right now. We'll tell them about it. Sorry about the whole camera thing.
It's a 2011 Kia Sorento. I love it.
We went to Harry's Seafood Grill and Bar and had the crab cakes, and they were awesome. And
I wouldn't recommend Salt Life.
Salt Life was okay. We went to that one too. It's on Anastasia Island, I think.
No, Salt St. Augustine Beach.
That's the name of the island?
It's just on St. Augustine Beach.
But it's an island.
That's not Anastasia.
Well, if you're coming from downtown and you go over the Lions Bridge, it'll take you to an island. And we're not sure what the island's called, but
That is Anastasia Island, but you go further. You go to St. Augustine.
But it's on Anastasia Island. It's on the island, though.
Bow, bow. Bow, bow. 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 Get it up. 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 Good go. Good go, Bow. 1, 2, 3. Get it up. 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 Good go, now, Bow. Wow. Where'd it go? Where'd the ball go? There's a ball. I got the ball. I got the ball. I got the Go get it. Go get it. Ooh. Go get it. Ooh. Go get the ball. Get the ball. Get the ball. Get the ball. Boom. Go the ball. Yeah. Bow. Bow. You got the ball. Giant baby. My name is Jonah. My name is Baby. My name is Jonah. I am your baby. My name is SAGA. I am your SAGA. My name is Jonah. I am your baby. Don't bite my camera, you little doggy. You little doggy. You little doggy, doggy, doggy.
Who wants to go next?
What are we saying what we're thankful for?
Yeah, and don't say that it's a free country and you don't have to speak to the camera. You already played that card.
When? Oh yeah.
2 years ago. That's when.
I'm thankful that we have all of us here on this good day. We have God, this, Mountain Dew.
Oh.
And I'm thankful that we have all this good food to eat.
Yeah.
And we don't have to go home. We have everybody here except for one person. And happy Thanksgiving.
I'm thankful for good health now after being sick for so long. I'm thankful for salvation. I'm thankful for my family that's here today. Very thankful for the blessings that God's given to us this year. And just continues, God's grace continues to flow through my family, and I'm thankful for the grace of the Lord Jesus Christ.
I'm thankful that I'm here to see another day on this earth. Being around family.
I'm not thankful for this chin, but I'm thankful that I'm not starving. Then you got the chin though.
I'll tell you what I'm thankful for.
It's your fault.
How is it my fault?
Because you wouldn't listen.
This morning I watched this video on Facebook about this man who just got out of prison after 44 years. He didn't know where his family was. He didn't know what anything was, like cell phones and stuff. And he's basically all alone, and it made me cry because I couldn't imagine not having a family, just being completely alone. I can't even imagine what that would be like. So I cried for him because it's just so sad to think about. I mean, it wouldn't even be worth living without you guys here. So I'm thankful for my family. That's I'm big ball.
What about you, Mr. Couch Potato?
I'm thankful that I don't have a girlfriend.
Oven's been on all day.
All right, driver, you ready to go to work?
Mhm.
I got some work for you.
What?
So what did you say today? Daddy asked you what? I said, do you want to do what Daddy does? Do you want to be a truck driver?
Mhm.
He said, yeah. Ready? Come on, driver, you got a federal clock that's ticking down. Come on.
Tick, 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 tick. Tick, 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 tick.
Stop.
Stop. Pull the logs. Pull the logs. Pull the logs out. I love you.
What are you thankful for, Austin?
Me? I'm thankful for my mom and dad. I'm thankful for Michael. I'm thankful for my dad, my neighbors, my friends. I'm thankful for my mother, Andrew, and my whole family.
Awesome.
What can he drink?
That's a lot. Last year, all you said you were thankful for was
Cheesecake and turkey.
Right? I'm thankful that I'm done with nursing school this year. And that's okay. I'm thankful for you, and I'm thankful that we are financially stable now. And I'm thankful for our kids.
I'm like a weird ghost in the bed.
Did you try one of the biscuits yet? Our salvation. We should go taste them. They're good. A good family and a good friends. Do we have a timer?
No, I'm trying to hear you. All right, your turn. I know you're not thankful that you're washing spoons, but you got to be thankful for something.
Well, I'm thankful for the water to wash the spoons.
That's true.
Thankful for the food that we're gonna use the spoons for, and thankful for God and my family, and thankful that we got to have Thanksgiving dinner, albeit late. Still get to have dinner with our family, so that's what I'm thankful for.
Santa Claus came. Claus is coming to your house.
Boo-boos.
See, Jonah.
It must look like I'll make two now.
Boo-boos. Remember what happened last night?
What? Look at him.
Remember the cookies you put out? Look at that. Look at that.
He ate your cookies. Oh my goodness. I think he liked them. There was
And
two
he-
of them.
Drank the milk.
Oh my goodness. And he left
And he left
this.
some stuff.
Do you want to open this? Yeah? All right. Come here. See now.
Whoa.
Oh my goodness.
Wow. There's an expression.
What is that?
Or Buzz?
That's like cars.
I can't see it. Everybody's butts in the way. I saw Lightyear.
Looks super cool. Super duper cool. I gotta get that sound. It's like a, it's like a DJ.
Very nice. That's your baby brother or sister's heartbeat. Oh, look, there's a baby waving at you.
On the TV.
Lord, you know I want to have
ow.
granddaughter. Your will be done. It's a girl.
I say it's a girl.
All right, raise your hand if you think it's a girl.
I'm
I
tired
don't
of
think
boys.
it's anything. I just want to know.
Oh, well, that's awful.
It's a girl.
All right, raise your hand if you think it's a boy.
Hold on.
Anybody think it's a boy?
Christina, why do you want another boy?
They're trying to freak us out. Like, Frank.
All right. Well, we'll find out. You ready, Jonah? I'll hold it here. And you pop it. Ready?
Yeah.
Well, I'm kind of scared.
Shake it.
Oh, you making a snow angel?
Snow angel.
It's a girl.
Yay!
I don't go to cemeteries because I'm morbid or because I'm interested in death or anything like that. I don't go to cemeteries to hunt for ghosts or anything like that either. I go to cemeteries for the history and for the beautiful poetry that's on a lot of the older headstones. I go because you can take amazing photographs of some of the headstones that are sculpted, and it's just always fascinated me. I'm here to bring you another cemetery. This one is one that I've been wanting to get for a long time now. So let's treacherously, but hopefully safely, make our way across the street here. I'll just let you know that this is a busy state highway that we're crossing here. Got a marker here. We've actually got markers that say unknown on them. So there are people buried here. There's no information on them at all. I don't want to spend too much time out here at this one. I just wanted to come check it out real quick. I just kind of parked outside of a church over there. You can see my car. It's kind of sketchy parking, and this is out in the open. I don't know if someone would be offended if they saw me filming this cemetery, so I really don't want to cause any static with anybody or cause any issues, even though I'm not doing anything wrong or harming anybody. You never know with people these days. They just kind of tend to overreact about stuff like this. It's an unfortunate thing. There's more unmarked graves along the front of these trees here. You see that one right there? There's another one at my feet right here. So there's a lot of unmarked graves here. There's more unknown markers. More unknown markers back here in the back. Wow, this place is full of graves. They're just all unknown. Yeah, what these markers represent are the souls of the insane that died at Central State Hospital, which at one point was the world's largest insane asylum. However, the insane asylum in Milledgeville was sorely lacking in effective burial methods. It's believed that the fields around where the asylum once stood are the site of a secret mass grave where tens of thousands of souls are interred without identification by way of grave markers. In 1997, a cemetery restoration began. Here triggered a movement to memorialize patients buried at state psychiatric hospitals nationwide. After discovering nearby neglected cemeteries interred some 25,000 people, members of the Georgia Consumer Council pledged to restore the burial grounds and build a memorial. A grassroots campaign raised funds to erect the adjacent gate and display 2,000 numbered iron markers displaced from graves over the years. A life-size bronze angel was placed 175 yards south of here to serve as a perpetual garden. That's what's written on the plaque. Okay, this kind of stuff here makes you wonder. Is that just a coincidence, or does that have something to do with the nature of how they dealt with the deceased at Central State Hospital? Just saying, you know, you go into a cemetery and you see stuff like that, it'll make you wonder, make you question. I haven't found a whole lot of information on this cemetery online. I did read that a good bit of the settlers that first moved here to Rockdale County can be found in this cemetery, as well as a school teacher that was recognized by a great deal of the nation. Gone to a fairer land of pleasure and love to join the heavenly band of angels above. Standing in an anonymous location in front of a cemetery or a small graveyard. Just trying to get the dates on these headstones. It's kind of in an awkward location because it's right in front of somebody's house. $18.15. So that would officially make this the oldest marked grave I've ever seen around here. 1815. It says they were born in 1794, died in 1815. Awesome. So yeah, that's a quick video for you, and that would, like I said, officially make that the oldest grave I've ever seen around here. That's pretty awesome. That grave is older than the city of Covington. To take a walk through the old cemetery is to step backwards through the veil of time. You will find many fine examples of burial tradition and style from the 1800s. The peaceful, rolling hills are soothing to look upon and very fascinating to examine. The monuments and headstones are literally built into the landscape. They go hand in hand. After spending just one afternoon here, you will begin to realize that this place has remained unchanged from its origin, and that observing each plot down to the finest of details can become an addiction. You will find yourself resisting an end to the exploration, as there is a sense of conscious patina and nostalgia that rest upon this space. And during stressful times, to read the scripture and poetry that's inscribed upon the headstones is sure to bring anyone peace of mind. Just so you know, I'm on a mission. I'm looking for hands pointed down. See, like that hand's pointed up? I'm looking for hands pointed down. I'm always looking for that whenever I visit a cemetery. I've only found one so far. One in Georgia. Hey, there it is. That's the grave I was telling you guys about, with the hand pointing down. I really want to read this thing, this headstone. I really want to read it. And there's just no hope of reading it. I would do one of those etchings of it, but I think that's illegal, and it supposedly damages the headstone. This one's in pretty bad shape, but this is the only headstone I've ever seen with a hand pointing down, and it has a message on the bottom of it, but it's unreadable. See the hand pointing down? It actually looks like it's in worse shape than it was last year when I came. If anybody can read this, by all means, please let me know what this says. I can make out a few words here and there, but I can't make much out of it. I can't get much out of it. But remember what I said about the hands pointing down. Now I've heard that they're not too common And supposedly, if you see a headstone with a hand pointing down, it's supposed to mean that the soul is believed to have gone to hell. Now, I've seen many headstones with the hand pointing up. This is the only one I know of around here with hands pointing down. I think there's a lot of them in New England, actually, with hands pointing down, and that's where that came from. Don't quote me on that. I don't know everything that I say. Like, everything that I say, there's no way that it's possibly true, but these are just things that I've heard. It could mean something completely different. I'm just telling you what I've heard, and I'm telling you that this is the only one that I know of around here. So it's rare. If that is the case, then I guess I'll give you my opinion on that. My opinion is that even though these people may think that this person went to hell, if it's true, then it's still probably not the best thing for them to make that judgment call. And I'm sure that everybody else has their own opinion on that. My opinion on that would be scriptural, but that's all I'll say about it. But I just think it's a little out of line for a human being to decide whether or not another human being goes to heaven or hell. I think that's out of place and out of line. It's not up to us, it's up to God, clearly. That's my opinion on that. But it's still fascinating to see the hand pointing down. She would have been 22. She died. She would have been 20 when she died. Sisters and daughters. One 22, one 20. They both died in the same year. Just a couple of months apart from each other. How did that happen? Sickness, maybe? That's pretty tragic. Lose both of your daughters within mere months of each other. And now, people, I give to you the most famous grave at Bonaventure. Meet Gracie. Is that better? It says, little Gracie Watson was born in 1883. Only child of her parents. Her father was manager of the Pulaski House, one of Savannah's leading hotels, where the beautiful and charming little girl was a favorite with the guests. 2 days before Easter in April 1889, Gracie died of pneumonia at the age of 6. In 1890, when the rising sculptor John Waltz moved to Savannah, he carved from a photograph this life-size, delicately detailed marble statue, which for almost a century has captured the interest of all passers-by. Cool. People have left things for little Gracie too. Rings and other stuff. When standing on Bell Street, which is the main thoroughfare through the old cemetery, if you face south, you'll notice the soaring spire up ahead. That is the steeple of Decatur First United Methodist Church, and it is quite a sight to behold. This next headstone that I came across, I found to be pretty interesting, and I didn't see anything about it in the pamphlet. But it says, "The United States of America honors the memory of Fritz M. Green. This certificate is awarded by a grateful nation in recognition of devoted and selfless consecration to the service of our country in the armed forces of the United States." And it happens to have President Richard Nixon's name also inscribed upon it.
Back in 2014, almost 4 years ago, I injured my knee on a job or at work, and it took a span of almost 2 years and a total of 3 surgeries, months and months and months of physical therapy and everything to get my knee back right. I
had a bucket handle tear in my medial meniscus, and I also tore my ACL. Pretty sure all that happened on the job. It all happened at the same time. I was on workers' comp for almost 2 years because of my knee. And like I said, I had all those operations and all that time in physical therapy. It was something that should have been taken care of and could have been taken care of in the span of maybe 6 months to a year if I had received proper treatment from the get-go. It shouldn't have taken that long for my knee to get better and everything, but I was on workers' comp and I was dealing with an insurance company that my former employer was connected to or went through to handle the workers' comp. So that's why it took so long for my knee to get better. So to make a long story short, April 12th, 2016, a date that is not so far back from this date. What's so important about this date? Well, this is where the big news comes in, you guys. Are you ready for this? As of April 12th, 2016, I would like to introduce the new Jared of Wine of the Nation's Rage, a new man, a free man at that. People, no longer are you looking at someone who is confined by the Board of Workers' Comp. No longer are you looking at someone who has to be harassed by attorneys or stalked by private investigators or looked in upon by adjusters of insurance companies. I am a free man. I wanted to let everybody know that I survived. I made it through. It was very tough. Another thing that I will say is tough and is going to be tough is the transition, because when you're on workers' comp, especially for that amount of time, you grow accustomed to the lifestyle of such a position, such a status. You're limited in so many ways. You gotta be careful what you do, what you say, what you put out into the world. And you get used to living that kind of lifestyle, and it's not easy when one day they suddenly pull the rug out from underneath you and you have to go back. You're forced to go back to who you were before. But some people are on workers' comp for 5 years, you know, it's crazy. Never have I had such a gap of unemployment in my work history, ever. Today, something very special is going to happen, and it's going to change everything yet again. No, I didn't start working yet. That's not what I'm talking about. But basically right now, I'm on my way to Atlanta to my attorney's office to pick up something. And this something that I'm picking up is basically going to seal the deal with everything. I'm going to pick up my final settlement documents. Hint, hint, wink, wink, nudge, nudge. So I can't tell you anything else. I'm just documenting this mainly for me so that I can remember this happy day. And so that's what this video is about. I'll always be able to look back and remember this time period of my life that stands out like a sore thumb or a sore knee. You want to put it that way. And I'll remember, I'll remember what we went through. I'll remember today. I'll remember the day everything ended and I came off of workers' comp. I'll remember everything. I'll remember the surgeries. I'm really glad that I decided to make a YouTube channel. I just recently got a job, and I'll just kind of leave it at that, and I'll let you guys know that there's going to be some changes coming in my life. I'm going to be working full-time again, and I'm not going to give you any details about the job
just yet because I don't know how it's going to work out. But I will let everybody know if you're wondering about that or you're concerned about that. Yes, I did get a job. I don't work here. I don't work there, okay? Alright, here's what happened. So the vlog that I did last week, I told everyone that I had gotten a job. Well, I went to the orientation, and the type of work that it is, I would have no problem doing. Which, I don't know if you can actually see that or not, but I was going to work for Jiffy Lube. Jiffy Lube? No, Jiffy Lube. I'm happy with that kind of work. However, there were some things about the job that I didn't like. First of all, the pay starts out at minimum wage. Okay, and I was gonna live with that. I was gonna be willing to live with that, even if it was just something temporary until I could find something better to do. I would have lived with the minimum wage. But then I found out that they couldn't even guarantee me more than 30 hours a week. And that there is what put a damper on everything and got me thinking, you know what, I think I'm worth more than that. So I want to try to find something else where I can work more hours and make more money to support my family, you know. A little over a year ago, I told everyone that I was looking into becoming a truck driver. And I've looked into a private truck driving school. It's in Rockdale, but it turns out that they don't want me to be there for the simple fact that I was on workers' comp and I settled my case. I didn't go back to work for that company, but I settled my case. With that being on my record, any truck driving company would look at that and say, well, because he couldn't go back to that job and do those job duties, then he's not going to be able to do this job. And so he's going to be a liability, and therefore we don't want him. We don't want to hire him. And I have my reasons of disputing that. I don't agree with that. And my dispute with that is the fact that I felt like I couldn't go back and perform the same duties that I once did on that job, which is the truth, because my knee would not hold up well to the type of work that I was doing at that job if I tried to go back. You know, I know that truck drivers do more than just drive, and I know that the physical side of their job is pretty demanding. You have to take a DOT physical. You have to prove that you can do it. I mean, you have to be in good shape. You can't have high blood pressure or anything else if you're going to be a truck driver. But I don't think that a truck driver would have as hard of a time physically doing their job as a satellite technician would have doing their job. I don't think that those jobs are equal at all. And I told the people at the truck driving school this, but they didn't seem to care. You know, I don't feel worried about that. I don't feel intimidated about that. I feel like I could do it. My knee, yes, it's not what it used to be, and you know, it's not the whole ordeal is not over, but it is put on hold now, and you know, it's not going to get any better than it is, but it's not going to get any worse as far as, you know, just completely putting me out of, you know, being able to work anytime soon. It's going to take a long time for my knee to need to be replaced. From looking at other cases that are similar to mine, it's not like I'm going to need a knee replacement 6 months from now. I might need one 10 years from now, but it's not going to be anytime soon. No matter what, don't ever let anyone tell you that you cannot do something. I'm going through some major transitions right now at this point in my life. So I did something today that would make this step that I'm talking about official in my life. And I will say, before I tell you anything else, I will say that some very big changes are coming as far as, you
you know, like lifestyle changes. No, I'm not coming out of the closet or denouncing my faith in Jesus Christ or anything like that. It's not like that. It's a career thing. I can think back now at any age and think back at a particular time or point when I thought about this, when I thought about being a truck driver. I really wanted it to happen whenever I was like 16 and 17 years old. I remember just thinking about it like, man, I can't wait till I turn 21, or I can't wait till I turn 18, because I want to drive a truck. That's what I want to do. Well, as time went on, I was growing up. I had issues, you know. What adolescent doesn't have issues? I, in particular, had some serious issues, though. I had issues with, you know, doing stupid things, and I'll just leave it at that. I have a testimony video that you should check out if you're interested in, you know, details. But I'll just tell you that I did stupid things whenever I was younger, and I regret it now, but I had to learn my lessons, and I had to grow up. So I did. And, you know, things happened between, you know, the point when I was like 17 years old and now. A lot has happened. You know, I've had kids, I've had different jobs, I've made good money on certain jobs. I've been injured on multiple occasions because of my work that I've done. And yeah, I just had all these different details and issues that have come up, and I've had points where I've come very close to preparing myself to get a CDL. And I've just had all these different things get in my way. But I would like to tell you guys that today I did something that I wanted to do for a long time. Back in the day when I was not able to do it, I couldn't afford to do it or whatever. You know, I even came this close on more than one occasion to signing a contract with a truck driving company to get sponsored training. You know, I've checked out the WIA, Workforce in Action thing, where the government will pay for your school to learn how to drive a truck. That never worked out for me. There was always a waiting list, or it just didn't work. But today, I would like to tell everybody that I finally had the money to pay my way through truck driving school. And today, I paid the price to get in. I paid the admissions price. It doesn't take long. It takes 17 days to go to the school to get a Class A license. But I've gotten a second opinion about this, and I feel like the source of the opinion is trustworthy, and so I'm just going to go ahead and go for it. I was shot down by one truck driving school in Rockdale County, so I decided to continue to look, and I'm glad that I decided to do that. There's going to be changes with my channel. My channel's going to go through some major changes. So, in case you were wondering, why the heck is Jared making a video leaving the Department of Driver Services, or the DMV? Why would he do that? Well, I'll tell you why I would do that. I just received my permit to drive a Class A commercial vehicle, and so that means that I have taken the first step of getting a Class A CDL. I'm now legally able to drive a Class A commercial motor vehicle as long as there is a licensed CDL holder, Class A CDL holder, in the vehicle with me at all times. These past 3 weeks, I've been going to school. You know, I really haven't had a life. It takes a long time for me to get to school. It takes a long time for me to get home every night. I'm there every day of the week, you know, not on the weekend, but every day of the week. And, you know, it's a 10-hour day when I'm there, and it takes almost 2 hours for me to get there and get back. And so I haven't had much of a life. And you see, like, if you look at this, and you know, I have like the ultimate trucker tan going on right now. And basically all I've done in the past 2 weeks is stood out on a hot black July sun asphalt, just cooking under the sun, and you know, trying to learn as much as I can learn and giving it everything I've got, and it's paying off, you know. That's what I want to let everybody know in this vlog, is that, you know, I'm basically am tested out at the school. And what that means is they've tested me on every aspect of the CDL test, how it's going to be done at DDS, but on an even higher standard. And that's why I chose this school, is because they're not just going to give me the bare minimum of what it takes to pass. They're actually going to give me their opinions, their advice, coming from, you know, truck drivers that have over 2 million miles under their belt without any accidents. Tomorrow, as you may or may not know, I'm going to be going to DDS, the Georgia Department of Driver Services, to attempt to get my Class A CDL. So I just got done studying for a few hours, and my mind is racked. You know, even though I don't feel like I'm completely ready, I think this is as ready as I'm gonna be, no matter what. I'm just hoping and I'm praying that I pass it the first time. I don't want to have to do this again. I really want to get this done. I want to get this down and get this done the first time, and not have to worry about it anymore. I want it to be done so I can move on and get a job as a truck driver. I've worked really hard in the past. It's been almost a month now since I started going to school, and I'm ready. As ready as I'm gonna be. If I were to fail, then I would have to wait for a period of time. And I don't want to wait anymore. I'm tired of waiting. I've been waiting way too long to go back to work. This is what I've chosen to do. This is the profession that I chose, that I'm pursuing. I'm gonna do this. I'm going to do this. I'm gonna pass this test. I'm gonna pass it on the first try. With the Lord's help and faith and prayer, a lot of prayer and a lot of faith, I'm gonna pass this. What's up, guys? 6:30 a.m. I'm sitting at DDS. Looking out there. There's already a truck out there. It's not our truck though. Somebody else's truck. DDS will be open in 1 hour. I'm really excited and nervous. But I'm gonna do this. I don't know why I'm whispering. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this. Am I nervous? A little bit, but I'm gonna do this. As my instructor told me, it's good to be a little bit nervous. You should be a little bit nervous. He said it's God's way of telling you, hey, pay attention. This is important. Well, guys, I'm back at home, and as I said yesterday, I probably wouldn't be in the mood to film if I didn't pass today. And but I told you guys that I would still let you know whether or not I passed or failed, and so I'm filming. But that's not why I'm filming. I'm filming because I want to, because maybe I passed. I passed. I got it. It's right here. Not only did I pass, but I think I did pretty good overall. Was I holding it upside down? Now I really feel stupid. Alright, here it is. I'm not going to give you my address or my full name, but you see it right there. And clearly on the... you see it? Hopefully the camera's focusing on it. You can see my face. I look worried in that picture. That was before the test was taking place. And you see clearly at the top, commercial driver's license. Anyway, it's just it's an achievement. It's a certificate showing that I demonstrated safe driving techniques, scoring above 95% on the road test, the road skills test. So I thought that was pretty cool that I made Top Gun for the road, and it's a good feeling. I worked really hard, you guys. This is not easy. There's nothing about this that is easy. You know, like I've been told all these past, 3 weeks since I started going to the school. And I was also told, earlier in my life is that, anything that's valuable, anything that's worth anything does not come easy. That includes life. Life isn't easy. But if you work hard, life can be extremely valuable. Just because I got Top Gun on the road doesn't mean I'm perfect. I need training. I still need training. So the next step in this would be step 3. And, like the video that I did after I got my permit, I said, 1 down, 1 to go. Well, I was talking about the test, okay? I got my permit on the first try. So that was 1 down. The 1 to go was today when I did my pre-trip, my backing maneuvers, and my road test. Well, I passed that, as you can see, and so now I'm going to step 3. And the way that I see this is kind of like baseball, actually. I'm not a real big fan of baseball. I don't follow baseball or anything like that. But this can be seen like baseball. It actually literally can be. Because you've got 4 bases in baseball, right? And, how do you succeed in baseball? Well, you have to get to the 4th base, right? You have to get to home plate. Well, the way that I see it, this is no different because, first base would be considered your permit. Second base would be considered your license. Third base would be considered getting a job, okay? So I'm going to third base right now.
when I get the job and I get my training, then I'm gonna be headed for fourth base or home base, whatever you want to call it. I don't know anything about baseball really, except for the four bases and stuff like that. But that's what I'm gonna be doing. The reason why I say that, you know, getting a job is not third, is not home plate, it's not fourth, it's third, is because once you get a job, you still have to do training. Now, once you get through that probationary period on the job, that's when you reach home plate, because that's when you are successful. You are now a truck driver. I still have a lot of information and a lot of knowledge to pack into my brain. This is just the beginning, you guys. I mean, it's technically second base, like I said, but I'm only halfway there. So from here on out, I have to find the right job. I have to get the training. I have to be successful with the training on the job. And then I'm going to become a truck driver. I don't see myself as a truck driver quite yet.
So I wanted to show you this. This is everything that I own. These are my possessions. Well, for the next 3 weeks anyway. I've got my clothes, my sleeping bag, and all my paperwork. And that's pretty much it. So today, I'm supposed to be headed out to training. So this week, I'll be at their training facility. I gotta go to Atlanta. I'm gonna be staying in a motel room. Alright? And I'm going to be training in the classroom, watching videos, taking tests. They're probably gonna quiz me on what I've already gathered at school for truck driving. Whatever I took the test, the permit test on at DDS to get the permit, and probably pre-trip stuff. This is just, you know, me guessing as to what all it could possibly be. Alright, so after all that, on the second week, which will be next week, I'm going to actually go out on the road with what they call a training engineer for 1 week. I'll be probably hauling live freight. I don't know where I'm going. I don't think anybody knows where I'm going. It's probably going to be a random thing. So I'll be out on the road for 1 week with a trainer, and then I'm going to come back to the training facility in Atlanta, and they're going to do a final test on, you know, all my knowledge, everything I've gathered. They're going to make sure I'm ready to go to work. Hello once again, everyone. Jared here with One of the Nation's Rage. It is day 3 of on the road training, and we made our first official trip and our drop. We picked up an empty trailer and we headed back up. We're back in Georgia now. So I drove Monday and yesterday, Tuesday. Monday I drove all the way down to Miami, and we stayed there for the night, and then I drove back up here yesterday. I've been driving about, on average, probably between 7 and 9 hours each day. I just got back today. They set me up with a motel room, and I'm still not a truck driver yet. I just, even though I just drove 3 live loads down to Miami, I'm still not a truck driver. The way that Schneider looks at this whole training thing, it lasts 3 weeks, and what they call it is a 3-week job interview. And if you get through it, and they hire you on, and they give you the keys to a truck, and they send you out with live freight, then you're a truck driver. So I still have to get to 4th base. But the way things are going right now, it's looking really good. I'm feeling pretty confident. I'm not going to get, you know, arrogant or cocky about it at all. I still have a lot to learn. I still have a long way to go, but I'm getting there. So then on Monday, I'm going back to the main office in Atlanta to start my final week, which will be testing. From that point on, I think I'll have like 2 days off, like I was saying before, and then they're gonna set me up with my own truck. I'm gonna go out on the road, and we'll see how it goes from there.
Hello everyone, Jared here with One of the Nation's Rage. I am currently chilling out, trying to go to sleep, having a hard time getting to sleep tonight. I am in my sleeper, as you can see. This is for those of you that have not seen a quote-unquote sleeper on a semi truck, this is what it looks like. Last time I talked to you, I went back to the Atlanta Operating Center at Schneider and did my tests and passed my tests, and I started out on the road 2 days ago on Monday, and I'm working on my third load now. I'm excited, I'm happy to have made it this far, and I just hope that I can continue to move forward. This is my new YouTube channel.
Finally, it's over. My work here is done. I know that I said I wasn't going to make this video as long as my last Best of One of the Nation's Rage video, but I have failed. Clearly, I have failed in that promise. I think this one's a little bit longer than that other one that I did the first time, and I apologize for that. But I want to make this, and I apologize for this, by the way, too, in making this clip and making this video even longer. But I want to make this clip, and I want to come to a conclusion on whether or not the statement that I made at the end of the first Best of video is actually true. And if you guys actually watch this whole video, I'll just let you come to that conclusion. But I wanted to quickly go over the chapters in this video quickly and just make some comments. Now, the first two chapters are pretty self-explanatory. The first chapter, Vacations and Locations, is obviously just the best of the clips from the locations and the vacations that I've been on in the past 2.5 years. I really feel like this is the true heart and soul of my channel. These are the most enjoyable videos to make, and they're always going to be a part of my channel. I'm going to continue to make videos like these. Now, the second chapter is called The Best of Family 2, and all it is a sequel to The Best of Family from the first Best of One of the Nation's Rage video. And it also, by the way, has a couple of unreleased clips on it that you won't find in any other videos on my channel, which is pretty cool. Now, the third chapter, Cemetery Saga, is something that I also do on my channel, where I'll go and I'll visit certain cemeteries and try to find the most historical, interesting graves that I can find. I'll try to find, you know, sculpture, statues, poetry, a lot of the stuff that you just don't find in modern day burials.
I'll go out and I'll try to find the most interesting things that I can find. And I really enjoy doing that too. It's a hobby. I'm a history buff, and it's very interesting to me, and I enjoy making those types of videos. So this chapter is basically, you know, the Cemetery Saga videos, the clips, the best clips from those videos in the past 2.5 years. And I haven't done any Cemetery Saga videos in a while, and I will pick back up on that probably this coming fall, just to let you know. Now the final chapter, which is entitled From the Rut to the Truck, My Story, that's the one I really want to talk about for a minute here. And I just want to let everybody know that this particular video is probably the most significant to me. And the reason why I went to all the trouble to put all that stuff together is because it tells my story. And if you're somebody that can relate to the situation that I was in when I had been on workers' comp for 2 years, and you're going back to work, you're getting ready to go off of workers' comp and go back to work, I just wanted to put that on there to maybe inspire some people, and let you know that with a little bit of faith and a little bit of integrity, you can turn a bad situation into something positive. And I feel like that's what I did. And I know that you can just go onto my channel and you can watch all those vlogs in chronological order. But if you do that, then it's actually pretty vague. You know, the story itself behind all those videos, it's pretty vague. So I wanted to put all of the most important steps that I took in order, and I wanted to, you know, just clean it up, put it together, and make a story out of it. And hopefully it inspires some people. And it means a lot to me. If you watched this entire video, I really do appreciate it. I worked really hard on this video, and it took a long time to make it. I think that I probably worked a little bit too hard on it. So if you do watch it, thank you for supporting me. And what I mean by that is, if you watch my videos, then you support me. I think that everyone should, to a certain extent, make videos and put them on YouTube. Not really for the hopes that anybody will ever watch them, but just to keep the memory itself as a keepsake. It's something that you can go back to and look back on. You can learn from your past and build a better future. And that's what I like to do. And I really enjoyed making this video. I hope that you enjoyed it, and I will be back in the future to continue to add to my channel, and I hope that my channel grows. And like I said, thanks for watching, thanks for your support, and I'm gonna let you go finally, and have a nice day, so on and so forth. See you next time.